Hello, my friends. It's Rob from Old School Gym. Today's subject is ankle health for plyometrics. The first exercise we're going to do is feet circles or foot circles. Um, you lay flat on the floor. You cup your hands behind your knee. And the only thing that moves is the ankle. You rotate 30 times one way and you rotate 30 times the opposite direction. But the only thing moving is your ankle. After you do 2 sets of that, you do dorsiflexion and plantar flexion with the foot. Dorsiflexion is when the front of the foot is going towards the shin, and plantar flexion is when you're pointing the toe outward. Another 30 reps, 2 sets. Switch your legs, and then we move on to the next exercise. But before that, I'm going to explain to you why ankle health is so important. The number one thing is overuse. So if you're doing plyometrics, I don't care if you're old or you're young, they say with it 48-hour rest in between. If you're older, it could be more time. So keep that in mind. If you start having any edema, ecchymosis, swelling, pain, tendinosis, that's it. You got to put the brakes on for a while until that pain goes away. You have to really listen to your body when you're doing ballistic exercises, because you could really do a job on yourself. The biggest injury is the inversion sprain, where you tear the 3 ligaments or sprain the 3 ligaments on your lateral side of your ankle. That's a very common injury, coming down and twisting your ankle. That's another thing to watch for. So keep that in mind when we go to the next exercise. Thanks. Okay, the second exercise is the old-fashioned calf raises. We all did it back in the day. The bodybuilders do it for muscle growth. I do it mostly for ankle health. I don't put weight on me. I do 40 to 50 reps. Try to get a nice stretch, not overstretch, but a nice stretch. I know people get confused. Should I push my toes in? Should I put them out? Am I hitting different parts of the calf? You're not, right? It's coming from the hip. So you can't put your toe in, out, it doesn't matter, right? Keep them straight over the knees. I try to do as far as you could go. If you start cutting your stretch too short, that means that you're just too tired and you should cut the set. But I try to reach 40, 50 reps, 2 to 3 sets, just to warm up the calf and the ankle, because it's very common. I had 2 ruptures, and then you're out of the game for 10 weeks. I was very fortunate that it wasn't a tear on the bottom or the top. More common is the bottom. If it teared from the bottom of the Achilles, I was done. Another surgery. I had 9. I don't want any more surgeries. So I was lucky that it was a tear in the middle of the muscle, which didn't need any surgery. So that is the calf raise. Okay, the third exercise is using the tib bar, it's called. The knees over toes guy. I got that. I ordered from his website. A shout out for my man. So now this is the anterior tibialis, the front of the shin, and very effective. Once again, throughout the body, if your chest is tight and your back is loose, you're gonna have some postural issues. I like hitting both sides of the body. The most common one is the back is loose, the chest is tight, you have rounded shoulders, turtle back. But because of the jumping, we gotta have both sides of the body in balance, right? If you notice, a lot of people have flared out feet, eversion, right? Or that they're pigeon-toed or they're knock-kneed. They're not balanced on both sides of the body. So it's very important, if you're doing these exercises, even for sports, you gotta stack your joints. If your joints are not stacked, you're gonna have a problem. So if you can see, I'm struggling here. The tib bar is tough. You could add weight to this. I try to do 50 reps, 2 sets. The fourth exercise is the ankle wall stretch. You don't need much discussion about this. It's very basic. You keep your foot flat as possible. You start out with your toes touching the wall. You have your patella, your knee touching the wall. And you push out your foot a couple inches or inch, and then you try to keep that knee on that wall and the back of your foot flat, the heel of your foot flat, and see how far you could go until the heel starts raising. Then you know that's it. It's a nice stretch for the back of the ankle. I love it. Tried 2 sets, back and forth. It's nice and simple. The last 2 exercises are band jumps and pogos. Now we're getting a little bit more ballistic. Now I'm warmed up, I'm ready to go. I tried to do 20 jumps with the band. It's nice. I get a little rebound. And then the pogos, very simple. Put your hands on your hips and you start popping up and down. Don't keep your legs straight. You don't want to hurt your knee. So these are the exercises I use for ankle health to do plyometrics. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys again. Thanks for tuning in.